Yep.
So what is your input on, everything that's going on in the world?
Well, my input
so
is
much trouble
there's
in
a
the
lot of
ocean
good
and
and there's a
everything.
lot of bad. The plastic issue is the issue of our time, and you know how they invented plastic? We need to uninvent it.
Yes.
So instead of inventing and continuing with plastic, because we know it's devastating for the marine habitat, we need to uninvent it and stop using it till we get to zero. There's other materials that are so much better anyway. So I think the whole world's aware of the plastic and how it's breaking down. I mean, there's plastic islands out there, gyros.
But
And
don't you think it's more the way it's people's behavior than just plastic,
it's all of it.
right?
It's all of it. We can all do a little better. You know, I'm a gentle environmentalism. I'm not one of these screaming maniacs. I'm like, hey, let's all do a little better.
Let's get
You know, if you got
together.
a refillable, cup or bottle, that's what I use.
Stop trashing. the
Stop
beach,
trashing. You know, but everybody's guilty. I'll tell you, if you're dying of thirst and you only have a plastic bottle of water, you're probably going to use it for
Yeah.
now. But it's getting better. It's, my hope is with the young people, because they're smarter than I ever was, and a lot of them are better artists
Yeah.
than me. I may be out of a job pretty soon. Anyway, check out my view.
Hello and welcome to Laguna Beach. I'm your host Marina Kufa, directly from red carpet of Hollywood to Laguna Beach, and I'm here with attorney Byron Donnell, who was scuba diving just before. We're doing a little beach cleanup this morning. So we have a pretty good day. So tell me, how was your diving, first of all?
Lovely. It's wonderful.
Really?
Yeah, it's wonderful to be in the water and to be able to enjoy the Pacific Ocean.
So what changes did you notice in the marine life for the past few years? Because I see you diving here on your days off and clean up the beach, clean up the ocean. Why do you do this?
Well, I grew up in Southern California and coming down to Laguna Beach and all the beaches in Orange County and San Diego, surfing, skating, swimming, diving, doing whatever. And just within my lifetime, and I'm not that old, I've seen just the beaches get trashed with trash, and mostly plastics. And the plastic's everywhere. It's on the surface, it's under the water, it's in the beach. Every night when the tide comes in, it just brings in more trash. It's getting worse every single day, and the plastic does not go away.
So what do you think, whose fault is that?
Well, it's essentially the consumers and for not demanding a change, but it's also the manufacturers who make the products, because plastic is a great thing for manufacturers and distributors because it does not break down. But that's exactly why it's a bad thing in the environment, because it does not break down and it does not go away.
What's your opinion on people's habits? Actually, people are the one who trash the ocean. You know, you have those big cruises dumping the trash in the ocean, hotels. I mean, it's us, it's people.
Well, I don't think it's quite fair to put it right on the consumer. I think the manufacturers and the distributors have just as much of a responsibility, because ultimately they're the ones who are creating the packaging and the plastics. And they can do it. They can spend a little bit more to find a little bit better of a product that's better for the environment, and still effectively ship and deliver their products.
Well, I see your point. You know, you have a consumer and you have factories, but where do you find a balance in between? I mean, it's still people's habits. Instead of burn the plastic, they threw it in the ocean.
Well, that's it. And as a lawyer, I fight for change all the time, and we need to change when it's not working, okay? When the system is broken, we need to fix it. We have way, way too much plastic. We need to make changes, and we need to make changes now.
Let's talk about the campaign you create with We Got You Entertainment for the coastal cleanup.
Okay, well, part of the deal...
Where do you start?
Yeah, is we need to get a message out and get individuals mobilized to help us win this and solve this solution, part of it is by getting the message out and getting people involved and doing with local beach cleanups and then spreading that out. But from the beginning, I think we start here, right here in Laguna Beach.
Laguna Beach it is. And if you want to join us in an upcoming campaign, subscribe to the link below, www.wegotYouentertainment.com or www.newsoftheworld.us. We looking forward to your support. See you soon.
You and I were having a conversation earlier, and we were talking about plastics in the water, the beaches. I know you're a big proponent of it. How do you think we need to go about making the change to create a better environment for everyone?
Well, ultimately, it comes up to each individually.
Right?
We all have to care, and we all have to get mobilized. But then the second set of the solution is to the manufacturers and the distributors who produce all the single-use plastics in their products. And we got to take the fight, and we got to fight now because the status quo is not working. Plastics are polluting our environment. They're killing our oceans. They're killing our whales, turtles, all aquatic environment. And it's just ridiculous. And it's got to stop, and we got to make change, and we got to do it now.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, because you're talking about the whales, the dolphins, the fish, all that ends up into our food supply, which in turn affects us. So not only are we affecting other species, we're also affecting us in the long term. Plastics have been around for a long time. It's really become popular. Bottled water, I mean, all our packaging for all our materials, anything, everything seems to have plastic. It's a durable product. How do we get the manufacturers to change their packaging to improve things?
Well, look, I'm a realist. But the problem is it's a crisis. I grew up in Southern California. I'm not that old, and I've seen this problem exponentially get worse, and it gets worse daily. It needs to change because plastic does not go away. Every day we produce more plastics end up in our landfills, in our ocean, in our water. And this fight is just like the tobacco industry. For years, no one could get them to change, but once they change, everyone knew. The marijuana industry, kind of similar fight. You know, just because the government says something and does something does not mean it's right. And when you see something is wrong, when the system is broken, it's up to us to change it. That's why we live here, because we're able to do that, and we need to mobilize, and we need to do it, and we need to do it now.
So it's going to be more about making us as the community or us as consumers aware of the products we're buying and making the actual change to refuse to try and not use plastic as often as we can, or limit it, or make sure we dispose it or recycle it. Or
I don't even think that's the answer. I think the real answer is finding the technology to find a different product. Plastic, you know, we can find something different. If we can send people to frickin' Mars, we should be able to figure out how to solve this plastic issue on our planet. And again, we need to do it now. We need to focus on it. And we need the young people who care because it's their earth. And that's what we need to change, and we need it now.
Right.
Hi, you're watching We Got You Entertainment. I'm attorney Byron Donnell. Please join us to clean up the oceans and rid it of plastics in our campaign at We Got You Oceans.
Hey everyone, my name's Stephen Handysides. I'm a TV personality and own a business called The Modern Male Mindset. I've partnered up with We Got You Entertainment, and we're really sort of promoting and supporting the We Got the Ocean movement. And it's something that I'm very, very passionate about. Growing up in New Zealand, we basically spend most of our time on the beach, and watching how the environment has changed and the amount of plastic that is out there on the beaches today is really saddening, because we want to have the same future for our children and our grandchildren. The experiences we had growing up and having this beautiful environment, and I've loved the ocean, surfing, everything to do with water sports, and I'm really behind this, and I'm really supporting all the cleanups along the coast and all the things that we're going to be doing to promoting everyone just to spend a little bit of time thinking about what they can do for the environment. It's not asking everyone to change their lives, it's just asking them to do something really, really simple. So, the next time you're on the beach, it could be, just having a walk with a loved one or walking the dog. If you see some plastic out there, just do your part and pick something up and put it in the rubbish bin, or over here they call it the trash can. So do your part. And again, I'm a big supporter of this, and we've got to do something now. Let's do some action. Let's get things going. So everyone, I encourage you to get involved, to volunteer, to sponsor. Just go to the link below, but obviously you can follow all of this on social media at #WeGotYouOcean.